police! Stop whatever the hell you're doing!
What's up, guys? Apex Gamer 2020 here, coming at you with a special kind of Lspdfr video. We're not really going to be doing anything in this particular video. We're going to keep doing this a short video. I just wanted to show you guys off my entire police force. And these still aren't all the vehicles. I actually had to stop spawning vehicles in because they kept disappearing on me. So we will be showing off a few other vehicles as well. But let's start over here and get right into it. So this is our ambulance. You guys have seen this in previous episodes. This is just one of the skins that it comes in. It's a pretty sick ride. It's got all this EOS on it. Sounds amazing. Right now, I'm not sure if we can open the doors or not. It's probably through a trainer, but I gotta be careful about how I go about showing you guys this because, again, I don't want the game to crash or, you know, vehicles to start despawning. But this is our ambulance. One click to the left lights us up. And we'll keep them lit up as we go. That way you guys know which ones I've already been to. We got a little high beams there. I'm not sure why the other ones on the side don't turn on. I think they're just some kind of takedown light. That's our ambulance. You guys have seen that. We're just going to kind of go right around here. This won't be too long of a video. Now this is one of our fire trucks. This will be subject to change. And I will be adding some new fire trucks here soon. But one click to the left lights us up here. I feel like that's a pretty awesome truck. Now, the only thing I've noticed with this is this back light right here. ELS and everything is in the game properly. It's just for some reason that one light does that. I don't know why. I just kind of deal with it. So that's our fire truck. Moving on to now. Basically, this is our entire medical and fire force. Now this this is subject to change. I have to change the slots for this one because this is actually in the sports car slot in the open IV. But anyway, it does light up. It does work fine, but it's way overpowered. And this is our district chief car. We'll be using this one in future episodes, upcoming episodes. It's a pretty awesome vehicle. So that's our district chief vehicle. Now moving on to this one here. Now this one is also in the wrong vehicle slot. It had a lot of LOD issues from the inside. But we're just kind of more or less focused on the outside. Now the only thing I don't like about this EMS vehicle is that it is red and blue. Usually that's reserved for police departments. But this is our EMS vehicle. One of the EMS vehicles we'll be using in an EMS episode coming up shortly. So that's a pretty neat little vehicle. Not really much to talk about these vehicles. It's just more or less a visual. Now this is one you guys have seen in a recent episode, in our most recent fire episode. This is our 1342 Rescue 1. It's got some pretty awesome lighting on it. Now keep in mind too, if you guys see the control panel on the bottom right of the screen there, you can actually see where I can change the light patterns. And I will be setting some light patterns up. That's kind of on my to-do list, but for now, let's take a look at just kind of what I've got here. I love this vehicle, though. This is one of my favorites. Now we get onto some of the police force. So first we got our highway patrol bike. That's pretty awesome. It's got our little headlights there that turn into emergency lights. Got her. I'm not sure why the big one. Oh, there it goes. Maybe the big one's on. No, it's not. I don't know why the big one won't turn on for some reason. That's odd. But yeah, that's our highway patrol motorcycle. And then to match it, we have our highway patrol Explorer 2020. Now this one already has its preset XML. So these will be all some vehicles we'll be seeing driving around. That's a pretty awesome highway patrol vehicle. Let's move up a little bit to see the back. Got a couple lights there in the back, some down there. So kind of hard to see because I got to push up against the wall, but there we go. So that's one of our nice vehicles. That's highway patrol. And we move on now to the King County Sheriff, which is actually the ones that my uniform matches. Well, that's now the thing about this is I love the lighting on this. The only thing that's not realistic to the actual lighting of the Walking Dead car is the ambers here in the back. But if we do our code 2 lighting, actually if you look at it in the front, that's the actual lighting that was in the Walking Dead first episode. Didn't have anything on but those lights there. They didn't have any ambers on in the back, but that's really all there is to the back. There's not really anything else that shines back there. It's pretty simple, basic lighting. And then to match that, we have this one. Now, this one's actually much closer to the original, as it has all blues in the back. Again, nothing in the back bumper. I don't think the taillights are lighting up or anything. Oh, yeah, the taillights are lighting up. But, you know, you got this lighting here. The same kind of similar lighting in the front. That's the same as the other one. So that's our King County Sheriff. I'm going to put our code 3s on for this one. Imagine the Christmas tree that we're going to see once we actually get all done with this. So yeah, you can see that this one's actually a little bit brighter than the one over here. And then we have our park ranger. Now this park ranger actually mimics the 2 state police cars you see next to us there. Now this one is a Christmas tree. I actually took the state police skin that you see off to the left of the screen there. I took that skin off this truck and I put the park ranger skin on it. So this actually has the same ELS as the vehicles next to us. Except for like the back end, it's got lights on the box there. You know, it's got some down there in the bumper. So that's one of our pretty fancy Christmas tree vehicles. Moving on to the next Christmas tree. We have our first state police charger. Basically the same lighting. The XML is pretty well set up the same. Awesome lighting there in the back. And then we move on to the next Christmas tree lighting. I feel like I have the XML set up to this one a little bit differently. But if you actually notice on these 2 vehicles, and not this one actually on the Charger says 1A18. But if you look, my call sign is 1Adam12. If you look there, 1A12, 1Adam12. So my call sign is actually printed on this one. So I'm apparently not the first one that thought about this. So I found that to be pretty cool. Alright, now these next 6 vehicles, and the final 6 vehicles, are vehicles that that represent police departments around where I live. And around where I live here in New York is basically all red lighting. So you'll be seeing some red and white lighting, and that's what this one is for Binghamton. So the lighting is not exact to the areas. Ignore that random Los Santos cop car up here. It's a skin I gotta change out. It's actually one of the Walking Dead cars. But anyway, so this is the lighting for the first Binghamton cop car. Awesome skin. Now it was actually difficult to find cars for these skins to match, especially in the all red lighting. Oh man, that was a nightmare. So this one here is also red and white. It's got just the white there in the front, the grill, and 2 little white ones up top in the light bar. Also Binghamton PD. Now this one could be used for K9. It says caution police dog on the side there. And it's got switched up between ambers and reds there in the back. And it's got a little bit of blue, but mostly red in the back. And that's pretty realistic to how New York is. Alright guys, and the next one is our Broome County Sheriff. Now this is the newest skin that Broome County actually has, but this is the real life skin that they have. Again, the lighting's probably not going to be the same, but this guy has a couple of white there in the light bar. But then we have a little bit of blue in the back, mostly ambers. You know, this one's not really too fancy, but it's still fun all the same. And we'll be setting our light patterns up in a little while. And then this is the Broome County CVPI. Now this, I believe, is an old skin. I'm not sure if they use this anymore, but I feel like I had to get some variety in there. Now this one's actually based off of Westchester, I believe the lighting is. And this is got some white there in the front. Again, pretty realistic for New York. This one's not, in the back is not super realistic for New York. They don't usually have that much blue or that much amber. New York State usually does. And I will be adding some New York State police cars in here as well. I haven't gotten around to doing so yet. But I will be putting those in add-on spots. and we'll go from there. But I'll make sure I'll showcase those for you guys as well. And last but not least, we have the city of Elmira. Now this is pretty realistic for Elmira. Now the weird thing about this ELS is it actually operates backwards. One click lights up all of them, and then the next click down does our code 2 lighting, then the next click down does our code 1 lighting there in the back. So again, well, there's our code 3 lighting. Now that's pretty realistic to New York. Some red and blue is usually common in the back. Usually red and white up front. I don't like that light pattern, so I will be changing that out. Yeah, so there's that one. Now this one's actually kind of cool. Whoever made this particular car, I'm not sure who it was, so I'm not going to point out modders, but they did a crappy job on the interior. If you notice on the interior, nothing moves with you. It's just kind of there. But anyway, the lighting's what really got me on this one. And I kind of had to settle for it because, again, it was a nightmare to try to find cars for these skins to fit on. I mean, it literally took me about a day and a half. But there's the lighting for this unmarked Elmira Explorer. So I thought that was pretty cool. Now, I did add a Tahoe that does have red and blue lighting in the front. So that's not really realistic to New York State. But in the police slots, I kept it pretty realistic to what we have here. Alrighty guys, so now what we've been waiting for, let's see how well we lit up this block. Just look at all these lit up cars. And vehicles and fire trucks, and absolutely amazing. So these vehicles will all be in future episodes. We still have to do put in wilderness call-offs to do some things with the park ranger. We got some fire episodes coming up. We got a lot of stuff planned out for us, guys. So stay tuned for all that. But that will do it for this little showcasing video. Actually, no, it's not. I want to show you guys a couple other vehicles that I put into add-on slots. I almost forgot about these, come to think of it. Let's see. Okay, so first up is going to be our Lspdfr. It's going to be a... Oops, I forgot to type in spawn. It's going to be a Fire Department Crown Vic for Los Santos. And I named it Lspdfr Unit 1. Okay, and we can see it spawned in right over here. Now this is pretty cool, though. This one I actually have set as the Westchester as well, so the lighting for this is actually the same. But check out that skin. This lighting here is actually the same as this Broome County Sheriff car here. Again, I'll be setting up the XML separately for it. But we'll be using this in future episodes. Alrighty guys, and next up from there, Highway Patrol we already did, is Chemung County. So let me just spawn that one in really quick. Alrighty, hold on just a moment. Alrighty, so this is our Chemung County car. Now this one has some different lighting to it. This is actually kind of my favorite lighting pattern. This is actually just on the LSPD cars that we took out to replace our entire police force. So you guys may have recognized this lighting from that. So that's pretty cool. You know, that's almost not realistic for New York State to have that much blue. Chemung County actually has just one little blue one on the left there, so that's slightly unrealistic, but it's pretty damn close. That's good enough. And last but not least, guys, we have the other Elmira Tahoe that is all red and blue. I do have a lot of Tahoes that I have made able to fit that skin onto, so we're going to get to that here in a second. And we named that one Elmira PD1. This game's gonna crash, man. I'm actually surprised it hasn't already. Look at all these freaking vehicles we have in here. That's kind of why I'm not doing an episode right now, that I'm just doing the showcase. Because if I try to do an episode now, it's gonna crash. Look at all the texture loss we even got going on up there. Okay, guys, so this is another kind of Christmas tree. But look at this Elmira Tahoe. It's pretty awesome looking. Again, I kept it into an add-on slot that I threw into the game because it wasn't realistic to New York at all. So there's the lighting for it. The back could be realistic. You know, that Elmira does not have those running board lights, and it does not have that much red and blue in the front. Most New York departments normally don't. Pennsylvania, however, does. The state of Pennsylvania usually has quite a bit of red and blue and white in the front. And I will be showing you guys some Pennsylvania as I add them as well. I will make note to add New York State and Pennsylvania. And once I add them into the game, guys, I will make sure I show you those right before we start our episode. But that is pretty much it. These are all the vehicles. This is my entire emergency force right here. So, that being said, that will do it for this episode, guys. I do hope you enjoyed the episode. It's not really technically an episode. I hope you enjoy the showcase. And stay tuned for more, and make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next episode. Peace out.